Well, I've been struggling. But let's be real, who isn't struggling right now? So today's video, I wanted to do something a little different. I do a lot of daily vlogs, a little bit of routines here and there, coziness, but today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Falling back in love with things that I used to do as a child when we didn't worry about depression, when the world was so new that anything could happen. There were so many possibilities, and I would live my life like the main character. I don't know when growing up when that kind of stops. As we grow up, those things kind of start going towards the back burner. Now, there is a reason why I chose to want to go into acting for a living, because literally playing pretend with your life. But once I step back into the real world, things start to really push on me. And it's not that I have a hard time with reality. Reality is fine. Reality is what it is. Finding that inner peace of not being the person that you want to be. With all that aside, something that I really wanted to do was live like I'm the main character. And I know a lot of people do these types of videos, but truly romanticize things that maybe I am shy to do in real life. When I'm acting or given a character to do, that gives me permission and I'm not shy and I can take risks with the character because there's a script in front of me and there's a director, but I don't have a director in my life. I'm the director in my life. And sometimes if I feel like I'm doing something or filming myself outside or somebody's watching me, they're gonna think, what's this weirdo doing? I don't know what she's doing. So I wanted to just try to forgive all that and do things that I wouldn't normally do. I saw this beautiful reel on Instagram that you could turn peony leaves into a honey or a syrup or a spread. And so the other day I gathered some of my peonies in my backyard that were starting to lose their petals, and I didn't want to waste it. Now, mind you, if you were going to do this, make sure you're doing it with organic. Mine are organic because they're from my yard. So what I did is I basically boiled them down, added some sugar, and I made a peony honey. Okay, I guess it's more of a simple syrup, a tea simple syrup, but I like the term peony honey. I just feel like there was a sweetness to it. Something that I feel like a lot of people don't get anymore is that grounding that we used to do as kids. We played outside, we connected with nature, and we don't really do a lot of that nowadays, whether it's living apartment life or city life or even suburban life. If you're not in a rural area, I feel like it's a little harder. And the way I'm going to get around that is just using my yard, my backyard, to pull myself into another world. Another thing that I have struggled with recently is my bedtime routine and getting up in the mornings. I know a little bit of depression is probably what contributes to it, but I need to get better at going to bed earlier and waking up and not staying in bed and getting off my phone. I try to do that the best I can. Recently, it's just become something that happens and I don't even realize that I'm doing it. And so just getting up and making my bed and letting light in, I know that's something that I did in my morning routine, but I need to be better about that because it will truly help me be a healthier, happier person. My new book came in. This is the third one in this series, so I wanted to start reading that and do it in the backyard like I used to do as a kid. I wanted to dress as super girly as possible. I wanted to put a bow in my hair and I wanted to go live the life of a fantasy novel or even a Ghibli film. Outside in the shade with what's left of some of my peonies because spring is truly coming to an end. So a few complaints that I have about the ACOTAR series is, one, I really don't like first-person narrative, and two, I really hate when the author switches perspectives, which didn't happen until the second book. Towards the end, the last bit, there was a perception switch, and that just like really irked me. I don't like that. And this one started with a perception switch, and so I don't know. A lot of people said the second one was their favorite, but I'm weird and I still like the first one better. I feel like there is a lot of issues with some of the plot and the writing, but right now I choose to like it, if that makes sense. There's a lot of things that I didn't like, but I still enjoy the world and I want to know what happens, so I'm gonna keep reading. Another thing that I wanted to celebrate is coming into summer. Summer's not one of my favorite holidays, but it's definitely something that I want to start shifting my negative thoughts. Like, oh, summer's coming up, it's gonna be hot, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it. So why be mad about it? I made a summer bucket list and I wanted to write some things that I wanted to do this summer that will excite me, that will keep me engaged and keep me wanting to live and wanting to play out the next day and see what's going on. So I needed to fill that out, and I just wanted to do it and color on it like I did as a kid and truly just embrace this life that I'm living. also wanted to romanticize that by watching My Neighbor Totoro, because I feel like that is the epitome of there's something always magical within my backyard, and I just wanted to do that by feeling it out on my front porch and truly reminiscing in nature and truly feeling that passion.